Hello, my name's Dr. Brett Davies. What is the difference between a company, like a proprietary limited company, and a unit trust? They're both very similar. One's got units, which is the commodity to know how much you own of that unit trust, and the other's got shares. So if there's 5,000 units and you own all 5,000, you're the total owner of that unit trust. If there's a proprietary limited company and there's 5,000 shares on issue and you own all of them, well, you own 100% of the shareholding of the company. Well, what if you only own, let's say, 1,000 units? Well, then you own 1/5 of the unit trust. What if you only own 1,000 of the 5,000 shares in the company? Well, you only have 1/5 of the company. You don't have majority control. Unit trusts are created over thousands of years when the Norman conquests came across from France and attacked and took over Great Britain. Trusts were formed, became very popular from that time on. 1066, I think. Trusts have continued to develop since then, but unit trusts are not much different to what they were all those years ago. And they're created by the common law. They're created by non-government intervention. A unit trust is that type of vehicle. A company is completely different. It's a very modern vehicle, only a few hundred years old, and you have to do it through government. So there's an act of parliament called the Corporations Act with many regulations from it. In fact, the Corporations Act is the second largest piece of legislation in Australia. What's the largest piece of legislation? It's the Income Tax Assessment Acts. They're larger. Taxes are more confusing than company law. So the Corporations Act says, it states very clearly how you form a company. And the regulator, the person that looks after it, the government agency that looks after it is ASIC, Australian Securities Investment Commission. And you register your company through that. The companies are very controlled. You can't do much with them compared with unit trusts. You have a trustee of a unit trust, which you can change. With the company itself is the entity. A company has directors. Unit holders do not have directors. They just have a trustee. The unit holders are the people that boss the trustee of the unit trust around. The shareholders are the people that boss the directors, who then direct how the company operates. Now, when you die, your assets are dealt with in your will. So let's have a look at what happens in your will. I'll go to your will and it will have 5,000 units in a unit trust. Well, they divest through to your wife or children or husband. You might have 5,000 shares. Well, those shares will also be gifted to the beneficiaries. If you die, you have no interest in the company assets. In a unit trust, you do. So there's a proprietary interest right for unit trusts, which you don't get in a company. Lots of differences. Unit trusts have less regulation, are a lot more fun to use. Telephone us if you need more help.